guy is a real weapon for this team now, and you kind of came in under the radar.
Yes, sir. I've always been like that, even though throughout high school. But I don't take any bad from that. It is what it is. Life. Everybody isn't gonna be in that. But it just makes me just want to go harder. Just always being a little under. You feel me? Like it just doesn't make me mad or anything, but just continue to make you want to work and just go out there and really critique and just craft.
There's some of these young defensive backs that you brought in, the newcomers to the team.
Is that defensive backs?
Yeah, the defensive. Any of them that you really enjoy competing against, who's really come up and give you a good challenge so far?
Yes, sir. I really haven't been going against much of the young receivers like outside because I've been like I do a lot in the slot, but on the outside, definitely Said number 27 and Nesbitt number 26. Both of those guys. I'm kind of a DB at heart, so seeing those guys out there doing some great things, I love watching those boys.
What are they showing?
They
What grabs your attention?
just the explosiveness and just their game. I feel like they're kind of, I don't know if it's advanced or what. I just know they look good. I'm not a defensive player, so just looking at them, it just look like they're doing their job well.
As a group, how much did last year really kind of help you guys really establish yourselves as like a serious unit in this conference and maybe for this offense?
I think it gave us a foundation, kind of a standard. We always talk about what our standard is now. Coach Grant, he harps on that. So our standard is definitely risen. We went to a bowl game last year and just saw a lot of good things and still just some little spots and areas that we needed to work on. So just keeping all of that in the back of your head, it makes you just want to put everything together and continue to get better.
Did Lamar really kind of bring sort of a bravado, like a swagger, to the unit that you all could just kind of,
Yes, sir.
adopted from him?
Yes, sir. Yeah, he comes from Miami, so they had all the swag back then, so they're bringing it there and bringing it here. And I feel like as a receiver, you kind of have to have like a little swag about yourself. Going out here, it give yourself a little juice out here when you're outside just having fun. But it gets you through the day. And it just plays with your head a little bit, but it makes you want to get better.
He says a whole lot, but you all kind of sometimes just like, okay, enough, like where you all cut off, you all just have like just like a limit with him.
Yeah, no, he definitely has his limit. But now my vibe, I just kind of sit back and I just laugh at him and just let all the other guys just kind of chat at him.
Garrett, you have so many veterans on this roster now. Does the locker room feel different than it did when you first got here and you all were so much younger as a team?
Yes, sir, definitely. I can definitely feel the new energy just being in there. I feel like it's definitely more maturity. I feel like the coaches, they're giving us a lot more freedom, to handle our jobs and, to be treated like men. And I feel like everybody's really taking that as, just kind of a sign of respect and accountability. And I feel like everybody's handling it well.
How key can that experience be if you all are going to do some of the things people are talking about, compete for the East, whatever it may be this year?
Oh, that's definitely big because, the coaches, they can only do so much. They're on the sidelines, all day throughout the week. They're out here coaching us up and, putting everything in our heads. But on Saturdays, we're out there the ones doing the work. So it definitely has to come down to the players at the end of the day, and I feel like we're doing a great job.
Along those lines, yesterday Derek said that the wide receivers and DBs are helping each other out now, as opposed to just kind of they were trash talking last year and competing. What are some examples of what you guys do now?
I give you a great example. Just like for yesterday, I was going against Lonnie. Me and Lonnie were doing one-on-ones, Lonnie Johnson, and I ended up doing a go route. I just tried to, just release, and Lonnie's so long, he was right there. He was able to make a play on the ball, and after that, I just asked him. I just asked him what was he looking for, just saying what could I have done better to, possibly beat him or just put myself in a better position. But it's really just we're just like getting feedback from each other, seeing what we could or might be more effective than in our routes and everything.
Is that kind of a conducive? John was talking about, maturing, the whole team becoming one, not like offense and defensive unit?
Yes, sir. I definitely feel like that's definitely part of it right there. Because you look at it like that, then everybody's just out here definitely going harder because they know what we're in it for, and it just makes the goal much better.
Were you disappointed Usain Bolt lost?
Well, I heard about that on Twitter. I saw it on Twitter, and I still couldn't believe it. I'll probably have to search a little later. I got to see the video still. I have to see it. That's
300th of a second, man. I tell you, at track, man, everything is that
I can't. That's time. That's time. I've never seen Usain Bolt lose.
Does your impersonation now kind of lose value? You crushed it last year.
Oh no, me still have the accent. My accent is still here. We're still going strong, and me still support Usain Bolt.